Malnutrition in children is a major concern in Zimbabwe, with 1 in every 3 children below the age of 5 years considered too short for their age, or in other words, stunted. In a desk review study conducted by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in February 2014, it was shown that dietary diversity, daily feeding frequency, and the quantity of food offered to children per meal contributes to the prevailing stunting levels. Because vegetable gardens are often used to produce a variety of micronutrient-rich crops all year round, they play a vital role in people's lives as they contribute to improving dietary diversity, increasing household income, and providing employment opportunities along the entire value chain, including input suppliers, farmers, transporters, and vendors. In addition, vegetable gardens are often managed by women, which often results in improved use of produce and income gained to further improve the nutrition status of the household. In Dangarandove, a dry, thorny, remote village about 200 kilometers south of Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, Florence Murairwa, a mother of 5, is an innovative woman who values nutrition and food security for her family. Before her children leave for school, they are appropriately dressed and they are well fed with nutritious foods from her small field. Her children outshine other pupils in class because of the confidence gained through healthy eating. Florence is leading a group of like-minded women in successfully transforming an abandoned piece of land into a lucrative garden that supplies fresh vegetables to nearby villages and towns, even supplying as far as Harare. Florence and her group are members of a religious community commonly referred to as Vapastori, who usually spend their time in the open space, praying. Loyal to their husbands, the women have traditionally spent more time indoors taking care of children while their husbands go out to sell handcrafts for survival. However, circumstances surrounding this community have led these women to shift from their traditional way of thinking to innovative ideas of empowering themselves through farming.
We started the garden because we didn't have drinking water. This place was just left as state land. And then we noticed there was a borehole that wasn't being used. We went to see the headman and he sent us to the councillor for our area. We then saw the councillor and he offered to go to Mvuma on our behalf to see the DA and find out how to proceed. The DA then provided the relevant form, giving us permission to use the land.
When their husbands saw how fast the garden was developing, they joined immediately, sharing duties, and the garden expanded. The men joined as supporters, which is usually not the case in this community, as men always play a leading role in any development.
We joined the women and have been working well together since. Even though they have leadership roles in the project, they appreciate our support.
Realizing the role played by women providing food and nutrition security to their families through garden produce, and also as an empowerment tool for them, the government of Zimbabwe, through the Ministry of Women Affairs, Gender and Community Development, requested the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations to join them in supporting 826 gardens countrywide, including the Dangarandove Community Garden.
Ministry of Women Affairs, Gender and Community Development requested FAO to support them in a project that would provide inputs and extension support to women farmers so that they could produce short-term vegetables as well as horticultural products within a very short period of time to increase food production, food security, as well as income generation.
When I approached the country, FAO country representative, Dr. Piri, he was not found wanting. And I remember declaring him as an honorary woman because of his positive response to our request to partner with us in the issue of food security and nutrition.
Florence and her group live in their own community and do not welcome anyone who changes their lifestyle. They used to run away or hide when they saw government coordinators who were coming to advise them.
They came daily with tips on spraying and how to manage the garden better. The representative from FAO and the Ministry of Women Affairs explained that they were there to empower us. And before we knew it, we were harvesting beetroot and spinach, and our diet at home had improved. We learned how to make beetroot juice and salads for our children.
What we used to buy, we now grow in our garden. We eat much healthier food now, and the only thing we buy is meat because we have Zim asset in our garden.
Through this program, funded by the European Union, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations supports women empowerment as a way of ensuring good nutrition for families, especially young children. Evidence has shown that empowering women yields sustainable household nutrition impacts. Women empowerment initiatives, together with nutrition education and support to increasing year-round access to diverse nutritious foods, can contribute significantly to solving the problem of stunting in Zimbabwe.
These women are now making an impact with the other wider community members. They are learning from these women. Other community members also want to participate. They also want to learn from what these women have done. So as drivers of change within the community, I think we can see that this project has contributed immensely, one, to women's empowerment, to gender equality, but more so to household food and nutrition security.
As the farmers have expanded their gardens and assets, so have their profit grown. They are now producing up to 200 crates of tomatoes per week, earning them close to $3,000. With such expansion, it became necessary to empower the group with additional soft skills to better manage their finances and grow even further.
We supply tomatoes to Chivu, Mvuma, Mashingo, Kwekwe, Gweru, and sometimes Harare.
Apart from building a toilet and a shed for the women, the Ministry of Women Affairs, Gender and Community Development have trained these women to record their assets, manage their finances, and share profits. The women have acquired a lorry, new water pumps, and other farm equipment, and these are valuable assets that need accountability.
We said no, they should come to the office so that they should record all their assets and also to come up with purchase books and cash books, and we did work with them.
The introduction of innovative farming technologies such as drip irrigation has helped in the conservation of limited water supplies and reduces time spent by the women carrying water on their heads. The garden's pump now also provides daily water for students from the community school.
We are looking forward, even this season also, for FAO support to make sure that our women now realize that you don't have to have a break in between, but you will be producing and making money, and that will allow them to mobilize resources to support their own families.
The biggest lesson that we have from this project is that as FAO, we cannot do it alone. We cannot empower communities on our own. We have recognized the importance of multi-sectoral collaboration with ministries and also with various partners.
The gardens have come as a tool to fight against domestic violence, as families have been united through working together, sharing ideas, and aiming to achieve a common goal.
If you look at where the engine is situated already, there's water, there's foliage, and that calls for beekeeping. And the bees are already there. I can see them flying around the grinding mill. So the next time you come around here, we will be doing apiculture with these women here, doing beekeeping. And to that, it will also add food value.
This year also happens to be UN year for family farming. It is also African Union year for agriculture and food security. It was also a year for SADC for agricultural development, food security, and nutrition. Now, it makes it very relevant that the women in this country are contributing to meeting the objectives of all these 3 years, which for 2014 was a very special year for FAO and for agriculture and food security in the world.